Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Clayton's Classroom. Today is March 8th. My name is Corinne, and I'll be your moderator this evening. Our special guest host tonight, I'm so happy to have Holland back, is Holland Franklin. And we have a lot of interesting things to talk about this evening, as always. So the first thing I want to do to get started is to read our disclaimer and get that out of the way. This call is intended only for informational purposes. Neither the products nor the statements made about the products on this call have been evaluated by the FDA, AMA, or any other medical entity. The views and opinions expressed on this call by Clayton Nolte, distributors, customers, and or other speakers solely represent the conclusions of said speakers and are not guarantees that anyone using the products will achieve the same results. These conclusions and products are not intended to be substitutes for the diagnosis, treatment, cure, or prevention of any disease or injury, nor should they be taken as substitutes for the advice of a physician. Anyone suffering from disease or injury should consult with a physician. And we're not really sure of the status of the FDA, how long that's going to continue on, but for the time being, we need to read the disclaimer. So that being said, we're going to move right along, and we're going to introduce our guest host this evening. I'm so happy and proud to have Holland Franklin join us. Holland has been a student of holistic practices for 40 years. She has taught therapeutic breath work and therapeutic body work. She's also been a trauma therapist. Her focus is on helping people to create a healthy balance in every part of their lives that supports healing and creativity. Her desire is to help people discover their unique selves and experience greater ease in a healthy, non-toxic environment. For the past 20 years, Holland has been a consultant for the Compass School of Feng Shui with a special focus on electromagnetic and radio frequency safety. She incorporates structured water as one of the most beneficial influences available to help increase vitality and balance for personal health and well-being and the environments we live in. Holland, welcome once again. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for including me. I'm very happy to be here.
It's always a pleasure and a great addition. I'm going to move along to introduce our not-so-mysterious inventor, Clayton Nolte. Clayton has been a researcher of subtle and free energies in nature for several decades. Clayton grew up on a farm and was always interested in the perfection and simplicity of nature. He moved on from the farm to acquire 14 years of higher education, specifically in math, physics, and chemistry. Clayton's intellectual studies centered around asking questions and looking to the universe for answers. After years of observing the vast and mysterious properties and potential of water, he invented a way to mimic how water moves naturally and rediscovers its own perfect balance, as created by nature. Clayton has harnessed this technology into his own creation of structured water units, which led to the discovery and benefits of breathing structured air. Clayton's passion, tireless dedication, and loving spirit has inspired many to join him on this journey of discovery and bring the opportunity of structured water to all life for a healthier, happier experience. Clayton, so glad you're here.
Thank you, Corinne. It's always a pleasure to be on Clayton's Classroom.
Yes, and what a unique experience, huh? Always a unique experience with all of our wonderful participants and guest hosts and new things that we all discover together. And one of the things that we haven't done on this call for some time, just to bring us all into that coherent state of presence, is our structured breathing sequence. And I didn't announce this before the call. If anyone has handy their portable units, to please grab them and follow along as Clayton leads the sequence. But you can also do this without the portable unit, and you will get you'll get a lot of benefit. It's always great to have a portable unit, but you can still get a lot of benefit without, just in the breathing sequence itself. It's very powerful. So with that, Clayton, I'm going to ask you to please get us kicked off with a breathing sequence.
Okay. Yeah. For each and every one of you, if you do have a glass of water, it's always a little bit more beneficial if you do take some water, preferably structured water, but any water will do, because this aids in the communications of your cellular structure. And when you're breathing, the breathing is going to bring you into a significant coherence, congruency, we call it. It brings you to a place of being able to hear my message and to just feel comfortable in your own space, in your own skin. So let's do this. I'm just going to do each breathing step one time. And again, our message for the evening is presence. For us to be present in each and every moment, to be constantly connected and coherent, and that our brain is constantly regulating and keeping us in a very significantly healthy state of being. Okay, so we're going to go through 5 steps. When Tim Tula does it, he takes us to the 6th step. I'll tell you what the 6th step is, but let's run through the first 5. And so they're pretty simple. It's just a matter of breathing through your portable. Every portable that we ship out, we ship along a breathing instruction and also a little plastic tube that you can insert into the small end of your portable. It just makes for some people, for if you're going to breathe and actually touch the portable, it's kind of like a feel-good thing to have a exterior little piece of tubing to breathe through. Anyway, you can do it also direct. If the portable is yours and no one else minds you breathing through the portable. Okay, so we can pick up your portable, you turn it upside down, the small end, and the first step is you're going to breathe through your mouth and out your nose. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, in the mouth and out your nose. The second step is in through your right nostril. Your left nostril, holding your right nostril shut. And out your left nostril, holding your left nostril shut. Sorry. The third step is in through your right nostril, holding your left shut. And out through your left nostril, holding your right shut. The fourth step is in through your left nostril, holding your right shut. And out through your mouth. And the fifth step is in through your right nostril, holding your left shut. And out through your mouth. The sixth step is basically breathing through both nostrils. And if you only have one portable, take it to one nostril and also breathe through the other nostril simultaneously. 1, 2, 3, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, the advantage of doing a structured breathing, just those 5, 6 steps, brings you into a peaceful state a state of being that you're more receptive to the message. Whether you can hear me or not, you will receive a message. And that's a given. So let's get on to the evening. Unless you're Corinne, you got it.
Wonderful. Yes, we will. And one thing I want to mention to everybody is every time I am participating in Clayton's classroom, I always hold a portable with me, and I breathe through the portable throughout the evening, because it truly does help me to be more present and more focused. And so it's just a really great little tool. I also carry one in my car all the time for times when I might get a little dozy if I'm on the road for a while and I just need to pull over and get a little clarity. It's very helpful. And also, of course, I can structure any liquid by using my structured water unit. So it comes in very, very handy. You know, Clayton, I think that it might be good just to give a brief overview about structured water, because most people have been coming to the classroom, but there are always newcomers that haven't really heard what is structured water directly from you, and to get a better understanding of how that works and why it's important.
Okay. First, I'll tell you what is not structured water. Basically, the water that most people are consuming, whether it be bottled water, processed water, reverse osmosis water, distilled water, and all the various forms of water, Kangen water, all these waters, your body still has to make it usable. Now, surface water and most bottled waters, the viscosity of the water is such that for your body to make it usable, the amount of energy your body puts out to hydrate you every day. This was a statistic that was done in about 20 years ago. And the water, at that time, water travels in clusters. And the clusters in that time were less than 2,000 water molecules in a cluster. In fact, it was down around 600 water molecules. For your body to digest that water or metabolize the water, the amount of energy for a 35-year-old man or woman, if you could convert that to electricity each and every day, you could light your house up for a month. Now consider the majority of us are over 35, and the other big problem here is now water molecule clusters are huge. They're up around 30,000 molecules plus, and so it's taking a lot more energy in order to be hydrated every day. An important aspect of this is at your cellular level, your cells can only receive one molecule at a time, and that molecule can't carry anything physical or anything electrical with it. So how do you get from 30,000 molecules down to one? It's it's difficult. So there's a lot of processes that we go through in order to make that water more usable. I won't go into them right now. We may get through them into a message. But I wanted to say this. The difference here is when you structure water through natural action technologies, when you structure the water is dropped from 30,000 molecules down to 6 water molecules in a cluster. And that is structured water. When it comes to your cell, it makes for instant hydration. When that cluster comes to your cells and your cells need hydration or need the nutrients that the water molecules are carrying, the molecules open up into a train and they deposit the ions of energy that they're carrying, each and every one, just like a train. It dumps the ions into the ion channel of your cell, and the water passes then through the aquaporin channel. You can Google these terms, aquaporin. If you Google it, it's